is Laura Jackson, and this is my exam 2 video portion. For question 1, we wanted to find the standard deviation of the sampling distribution for samples of size n equals 120. I wanted to find the p. So for p, I did 600 divided by 635 and got 0.945. And to find the standard deviation, I just plugged in the number 0.945 and I got 0.021. So the standard deviation of the sampling distribution for samples of size n equals 120, I got 0.021. For question 2, we wanted to find the upper bound of the confidence interval for the population portion with a 95% confidence level. For that, I started with finding the margin of error, and I needed to find for p, which was 90 divided by 340, which I got 0.265. And I plug in the z-score, which was found by using 1 minus 0.95. I got 0.05. In the chart, that was 1.645. So I plug in the 1.645 and also plugged in the 0.265 divided by 340 and calculated all together. It came out to 0.039. And final answer rounded to 3 decimal places was 0.039. In question 3, we needed to find the standard deviation of x. So I multiplied to find the percentage and then plugged in to x minus mean squared times p, and I got 0.128, 1.152, and 49.392. And I plugged that in to find the standard deviation, which came out to 7.12. And so my standard deviation was 7.12 times. For question 4, I got stuck, and in reviewing my notes, I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do. So I don't really have an answer for question 4, as I really did not know what to do. For question 5, we needed to find the probability that between 15 and 17 have tried smoking. I started off with finding the standard deviation of sub p hat, and I just plugged in p and got 0.06. P hat, I got 0.30 by dividing 15 by 50 for the first set, and 17 by 50 I got 0.34. And then I needed to find the z-score of each one of those, I just plugged in the values accordingly. The first one, I found the z-score to be 0, which in the chart came out to 0.500. And then for the second, I got 0.67, and in the chart for 0.67, I got 0.749. So I just subtracted 0.500 from 0.749, and I got 0.249. And I rounded that to 2 decimal places and wrote in 2.25. So my answers were 0.6 and 0.25. For question 6, we needed to compute the test statistic rounded to 1 decimal place. And what I did was I took the values from the real numbers and the expected. And to calculate that, I did row I total times column J total divided by the grand total. So these values times this divided by this value, and I got these values here. And these are all of the values computed. And then I just added them all together. And this was my total value, my test statistic, which rounded up was 8. And I wasn't sure if I was supposed to go any further than that, but I did get a little bit further. I don't know if anybody else did. In question 7, what conclusions can be made of the above, and comparing the test statistic against the critical value. The test statistic is greater than the critical value, therefore we reject the null hypothesis. So I found that C, we should reject the null hypothesis at the 0.5% significance level. There is sufficient evidence to conclude that the students were not guessing, that outcomes do not occur with equal frequencies.